Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you've joined us today. Check out the sections on the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage, which make it easier to find classes by length or by purpose or by body area. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget it's free. We'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment. In today's practice, we'll explore poses to help with digestion, constipation, and bloating by increasing the blood flow, circulation, and energy to those areas. You'll only need a chair for today's class. Let's get started. So we're going to take a moment to move forward in our chair. We're not leaning back. And let's ground those feet to the earth. Really feel like they're connected. Same thing with your sits bones, making sure you feel them connected to the chair and equally weighted. Let's bring our attention to our heart center, letting go of everything outside of this room. Close your eyes and just connect to your breath. Feeling your natural inhalation and exhalation. And let's begin to elongate the breath, inhaling a little more deeply and exhaling a little more completely. Do that a couple more times. One final time. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. All right, we're going to shrug our shoulders up into our ears, and then we're just going to let them fall. Let's do that again. Shrug those shoulders up into the ears. And let them fall. One more time. And just let them fall. Excellent, excellent work. Okay, we're going to let our right ear fall towards our right shoulder. Then just simply lift your hand up, place it on the head. So we're not going to pull, we're not going to tug. We're just going to let the weight of the hand rest on the head. All right. Now that opposite arm is going to extend out to the side, flexing through the wrist, pushing through the palm of the hand. Should feel good. One more breath here. All right, let's bring the hand down first, then take the hand off of the head, and then lift that head up. Take just a couple of breaths here, and then we're going to go to the other side. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Left ear to left shoulder. So I want you just to kind of feel that natural range of motion first. Then you're just going to pick that hand up, place it lightly on the head, just letting the weight of the hand give you a little deeper stretch. And then we're going to extend that opposite arm out, pushing through the palm of the hand towards the wall beside you. One more breath here. Let's bring the hand down. Take the hand off of the head and lift that head up. Do you feel that? I do too. Okay, let's move into a cow pose. So we're going to take our palms, take those thumbs to the back wall, and just really open up through that heart. You feel that? Now, if you want to look up just a little bit, that's okay. All right, let's round down into cat. So my hands are going to go on my thighs. My elbows are wide. Pull the belly in, tuck the chin, look down at your lap. Let's do that again. Up we go into cow pose, thumbs to the back of the room. Open up that heart. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, looking up slightly. Let's have the breath. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Let's do that again. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. One more time. Inhale into cow and exhale into cat. and release. Very, very good. Let's grab a sip of water. We're going to move into Sun Salutation B with a twist. So let's move forward in our chair. Make sure your feet are grounded to the earth. Bring your hands to your heart. We're going to take that big circle up and come into that mountain pose and bring your hands to heart. And then we're going to come back up to that mountain pose and we're going to make that big circle around. Bring your hands to your heart. And let's do that again. Big circle, there's your sun. Mountain pose, bring your hands to your heart. Back up we go. And big circle around, bring your hands to your heart. Let's add the breath. Inhale as we big circle up. Exhale as you bring your hands to heart. Inhale as we go up. And exhale as we bring our hands to heart. Okay, we're going to add a forward salute with airplane arms. I'll show you. Here we go, big circle. Inhale here, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, we're going to dive forward, belly button to spine, extending those arms out behind you, fingertips towards where the wall and the ceiling and the floor meet. Head is where the wall and the ceiling meet. Stretching through the spine. One more breath, bring your hands to heart. Let's do that again. Big circle, up we go. Inhale, hands to heart as your exhale. Up we go. Dive forward. Inhale, exhale, extend. Bring your hands to heart. We're going to add a forward fold. Big circle, up we go. Add that breath as you wish. Hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, dive it forward. Forward salute with airplane arms, stretching it out. Let's come to that forward fold. Arms are on the thighs, palms facing up. Let your heart fall forward. Keep the back flat. One more breath. Tuck the chin, roll it up. Bring your hands to your heart. Adding on. Big circle, up we go. And bring your hands to your heart. Up we go to mountain pose. Dive forward. Forward salute with airplane arms. Stretch. Arms on those thighs. Let that heart fall forward. There's your forward fold. Okay, are we ready? We're going to bring our hands to heart. Pull your belly in. Act like you're going to get out of the chair, but don't. There's your chair pose. So I'm activating my quads, I'm activating my abdominals, I'm feeling like I'm getting up out of the chair, but I'm not, and then I'm going to release. Okay, how does that feel? So we're going to continue, and we're going to do that one more time with that chair pose, acting like we're getting out of the chair, but not, and then we're going to add a little twist, okay? So just to kind of let you know where we're headed, let's bring our hands to heart. Are we feeling okay? Big circle. This is a lot of circulation. Sun salutation is all about getting the blood flowing. Up we go, dive it forward, belly button to spine. Stretch it out in that forward salute with airplane arms. Let's come to that forward fold. Let your heart fall forward. Are we ready? Bring your hands to heart. Take a deep breath in. Act like you're going to get out of the chair, but don't. Belly is activated, quads are activated. Let's twist to the right. Now everybody look down at your knees. If this knee is coming forward, bring it back. I don't want the hips to help, right? If the knee comes forward, it means the hips are moving. We don't want that to happen. The action is happening right at the ribs. Let's come back center. Let's twist the other way. Let's come back center and release. Okay, so now you can stick with that version if you want to. The next time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up out of the chair into my chair pose, okay? But if you want to stay with your seat down, just act like you're getting out of the chair, that's fine too. Now, if you're with me in a chair pose, you're going to want your feet back just a little bit so that when you push through your heels, you've got some purchase, right? So as you push down, you're going to lift up. But notice my hips are way back, right? I can see my toes and I can wiggle my toes. My heart is lifted, so I'm not collapsed down on myself, right? I'm up, working your quads. It's hard, belly is tight, and then we'll add some twisting, okay? All right, let's do it. Hands to heart. Big circle, up we go. Bring your hands to heart. Let's come back to mountain pose. Dive forward to forward salute, airplane arms. Let's do that forward fold. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, and on an exhale, lift your hips up off the chair. Look down at your feet. Wiggle your toes. Can you see your toes? Hips are back, heart is lifted. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to twist to the right. Look down at your knees. Is this knee coming forward? If it is, just pull it back. That means your hips are helping. We don't want that. Come back center. Let's twist the other way. Come back center. Have a seat. Hands to heart. Here we go. Big circle. Up. Bring your hands to your heart. Up we go. Dive it forward. Forward salute. Airplane arms. Stretch it out. Forward fold. Let that heart fall forward. Keep the back flat. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. Come into your chair pose. All right, let's twist to the left this time. Making sure the knees are stable. Come back center. Let's twist the other way. Let's come back center and have a seat. How's that feel? You feel your quads working a little bit? Yeah? Belly's tight, working through the center of the body. A little bit of twisting going on. Very, very good. We're going to move into triangle pose. We're going to take our right knee and we're going to heel, toe, heel, toe. This knee is staying right where it is. The foot doesn't move, the knee doesn't move. The only thing that's moved is that other leg, right? You're grounded to your sits bones to the chair. So keep your hands on your thighs for this first one, and all I want you to do is move your rib cage to the right. Do you see that? Let's come back center. All I'm moving is at the rib cage. Let's move it. And come back center. Okay? Do you kind of feel how that feels, right? It's all right in the ribs. Okay, we're going to add the arms. Extend those arms out. Let's move at the rib cage. You feel it? And center we go. Let's do that one more time. And to the center. Bring your hands down and let's heel toe that foot back in. So checking in, how did that feel? Did you feel like you were stable on the chair? So I don't want the hips lifting, right? The hips are down, the feet are down, everything is stable. The only thing moving are those ribs. It's a very isolated movement. It can be super challenging to do. Okay, so now we're going to leave that right knee right where it is. It looks so simple, doesn't it? Until you try to do it. And we're going to heel, toe, heel, toe. This foot is at that diagonal now, okay? This leg stays grounded, sits bones are grounded. Now we're going to move our ribs to the other side. Let's just do that first. You feel that? It's kind of fun, I think, to really isolate just specific areas of the body and feel how they move, independent of anything else. It's kind of cool. And center. All right, are we ready to add the arms? Extend the arms out. Here we go. Center of the body, extend, moves out to one side. Let's bring it in. And let's do the other side. I'm sorry, do it again, this side. And in we go. Bring the hands down and heel toe that foot in. Okay, so now we have a couple of add-ons. You don't ever have to add on, right? So if you want to keep doing what we were doing, that's absolutely fine. But if you want a little bit more, what we're going to do is we're going to heel toe this foot out a little bit further, okay? And now we're going to extend that leg. And if that is way too much on you for your inner thigh or your knee or whatever, then you're going to stay in that previous position, and it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay, now let's extend those arms out. Here we go. Just the ribs move. You feel that? Okay, we're going to add one more thing. We're going to let this hand just fall down. Now don't let your heart, so we tend to want to let that arm collapse, but don't. Keep your heart lifted. You see that? Now, there's two options. Let's go ahead and come back up and bring those knees in, and bring the arms in. If you can leave that leg extended, let's go ahead and leave that one extended. Now, I want to show you two positions for your arms, okay? Just peek at me real quick. So I'm coming out, and then I'm letting that arm fall. Now, if it's behind the leg, you're going to get more stretch into that side waist. If you want, you can bring it in front of the leg and then open. You see what I'm doing there? I'm using this leg, this arm against the leg to twist a little bit deeper. So there's two options. One is to get a little deeper into the twist. This hand behind that is a little bit more into the sideways stretching. Let's come up and take a break. Okay, so you can pick which one you want to do. We're going to do the other side, and then we'll come back and do that side one more time. So remember, let's heel, toe, heel, toe. This can be the position for your legs, and it's fine. But if you want a little bit more, you're going to heel toe out a couple more times and then extend that leg long. Notice that my toe is pointed, right? Oops, I moved this leg. You don't want to move this leg. So my knee is long, my leg is long, my knee is bent slightly, leg is extended, arms come up. Now, let's go ahead and just isolate those ribs first. Do you feel that? And then we're going to come center. Okay, now let's do this again. And if you want, we're just going to tip our teapot down. If you want to bring that arm on the inside, you can do that too, and then open up a little bit more into that twist. The other thing you can do is take this arm and just have it on your waist. That might feel better even on that shoulder. It's fine. All right, let's bring those arms up, come back center, and release. I think let's just do it one more time on each side just to kind of feel it. All right, here we go. Heel, toe, stop if you wish, or heel, toe more. Extend that leg long. Bring those arms up. And ready? Tip your teapot down. Do you want to put this hand here on the waist? That's fine. Do you want to bring that arm on the inside and open? One more breath. Up we go. Bring those ribs in. Hands down. Bring the leg in. Can we do the other side? I know it's a lot, isn't it? Heel, toe, stop, or keep going. Extend that leg long. Arms come up. Hinge. And dip. Do you want to put the arm on the inside and open? One more breath. All right, let's come up. Bring those ribs centered. Bring your hands down. Heel, toe, and release. How did that feel? All right, let's grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing on the right side of our chair. And let's face the seat of the chair. So take a step back. You don't want to be super close to the chair, just one step back. We're going to move into Camel Pose and then add a cat and a cow. So we'll be doing our openness up through the belly, and then we'll be contracting through the belly, okay? So that same idea of opening and contracting. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to take our hands and just place them on each side of the spine, just right in the small of the back. Do you see that? Just kind of right there. And then if you prefer to have fists, that's absolutely fine, versus palms of the hands. Either is fine. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push my hips forward. Super gentle here. And then my heart begins to lift just a little bit. So I'm looking up kind of where the ceiling and the wall meet. You don't want to just let the head go, but the more you push forward with your hips, the more your gaze is going to go up higher, right? But you're holding your neck. You never let the neck go. All right, one more breath here. Now, super gentle. We're going to pull the belly in. We're going to begin to come back into a standing position. Release your hands. Hinge forward. See how slowly I'm going? Very gentle. And put your hands into the seat of the chair and bring the weight a little bit forward. And again, if you'd rather be on fists, That's fine. You don't have to be in the palms of the hands. We're going to move into a cat pose and a cow pose. So let's start with cow. Drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your hips. And then pull your belly button in, round your shoulders, tuck the chin, and let the head fall into cat pose. Let's do that again. Open up into cow pose. And round down into cat pose. Last time, add the breath. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Okay, from this tucked position, let's go ahead and roll up to standing. Bend the knees if you wish. And come into a standing position, okay? We're going to do that one more time. Ready? Then, what we're going to do next is we'll have our hands in the chair. We'll do our cat and cow, and then we're going to just come down onto the forearms and come into a downward facing puppy. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit of a flow. It'll be kind of fun. All right, let's start with camel though. Remember, palms or fists on each side of the spine, palms right in the middle of the back. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Push your hips forward. Now, this one you want to get in and out of pretty slowly, okay? So take your time. I'm pushing my hips forward. I'm lifting my heart a little bit. I'm pushing my hips forward. I'm lifting my heart a little bit. I'm pushing my hips forward. I'm lifting my heart. And maybe one more time. Oh, yeah. Okay, are we ready? Pull your belly in. Slowly, slowly, slowly. We're going to begin to come back up into a standing position. Oh, my goodness. Do you feel that? All right, nice and slow. We're going to continue into that forward hinging position. Place your hands in the seat of the chair. All right. Drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips. Pull the belly button to spine, round the shoulders, tuck the chin, let the head fall. Cat pose. Let's go ahead and do that a few times, adding the breath. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. All right. Leaving your hands right where they are, we're going to take a step back. Now, bring your weight forward, and then we're going to come onto those forearms. Okay? You're going to look down, press your weight back so that your weight is in the back of the legs towards the feet. Lift those hips up high. Let your head fall into a downward facing puppy. Now, if your backs of your legs are super tight, you can bend the knees. It's fine. Get those hips high. Let that head fall. One more breath here. All right. Begin to lift your heart first. Put the palms into the chair. Step forward, and roll it up. Oh, how did that feel? I love that one. Let's come to the back of our chair, and we're going to move into a goddess pose. So basically, we're going to heel, toe, our feet, at least the width of your chair leg, preferably a little more if that feels okay for you. Now my toes are pointed out. So to get into your goddess pose, I want you to really feel your belly tight and kind of pull in, tucking that pelvis, if that makes sense. So I'm pulling in, belly tight, lengthening through the tailbone. Begin to soften those knees. Lift the front body. Roll out to the outer edge of the feet. Do you feel that? Begin to deepen your knee bend. Hold that chair. So my heart is staying lifted. My belly is staying tight. My tailbone is, I kind of hate to use the word tucked, but I want you to think about it. It's really pressing down, lifting the front body. Roll the weight to the outer edge of the feet. Are you feeling that? Man, I am. One more breath. Let's go ahead and straighten those legs and heel toe in and take a moment, okay? So we're going to do that same thing again, getting really deep into our goddess pose, and then we're going to let go of the chair and we'll come up into goddess arms, okay? I call it goalpost arms a lot of times because people I don't know what goddess arms mean. It's goalpost arms. It's the same idea. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Toes are out at a diagonal. Your knee is in alignment with those toes. Belly is super tight. Lengthen through that tailbone. Really lengthen. Press it down. Pull that that belly in. Soften those knees. Hold that chair. Lift the front body. Roll out. So your weight is in the outer edge of those feet. Knees are in alignment with the ankles. I know there's so much to think about. Don't let them fold in though, right? Keep those knees out. Hold that chair. It's fine. See if you can go a little deeper. Can you go a little deeper? Oh yeah. Can we let go of the chair and come into those goddess arms? Don't let your heart sink down though. We've still got that heart lifted. Do your palms out and your fingertips out, kind of like we were Egyptians. You don't have to. One more breath. Put your hands on the chair. I was just trying to give us something to do to forget about our feet, our legs, how bad the legs was hurting. Heel toe those feet back, and we go. That was such good work, you guys. Really, really good. Okay, let's come back to seated and grab a sip of water. We're going to move into extended mountain. So go ahead and bring your hands to heart. Now, we're going to take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we're going to extend those fingertips towards the ceiling, pulling the shoulders down, belly is tight. Really feel that extension. So I'm trying to touch the ceiling with my fingertips. My belly is super tight. All right, we're going to take that right hand and we're going to place it on the chair. Left hand is going to lengthen up, and then we're going to lean into that stretch. Keeping the opposite hip down. This hip stays down. You should feel a good stretch in that side waist. One more breath. Let's come up and let's do the whole thing again. Bring your hands to heart. All right, let's extend that mountain. Shoulders are down, belly is tight. Let's take that left hand to the chair. Lengthen up through that right hand. Try to touch the ceiling. Now lean into it. You've got your hand on that chair for support. So maybe you can deepen that leaning mountain just a little bit. One more breath here. And up we go. Okay. We're going to move forward in the chair. Take your feet out and have them a little bit of distance between them. Okay? Grab that chair, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, lifting your heart, let your knees fall to the left. And let's come center. And then we're going to let our knees fall to the other way. And come center. Let's do that one more time. Knees fall. And up. And they fall the other way. And up. And let's take a moment. So you can keep doing that if you want to. Windshield wiper knees. Or we're going to add a little thing onto that. So see how it feels, and if it doesn't feel good, you can just go back to your windshield wiper knees, okay? So remember, Got a little bit of space between those legs. Belly stays tight, lifting the shoulders, lifting the crown of the head to the ceiling, but the shoulders down. Let's go ahead and grab the back of our chair. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind. Let's let those knees fall to the right. Now, you're going to take your right foot and you're just going to place it on that left leg. You see what I did there? So all I'm doing is now this leg is giving me a little more leverage. I'm keeping my hips on the chair. So you don't want to let that hip come around or you're losing the stretch, right? You want to keep the hips back on the chair and let the leg be the thing moving, and that's giving you a good stretch here. One more breath. All right, let's go ahead and take that leg off. Readjust onto your chair. Okay, let's do the other side. So we're going to let the knees fall first. Actually, let's not let the knees fall first. Let's lift up first, pull the belly in, grab your chair, squeeze your shoulder blades. Now let's let those knees fall. All right, are we ready? We're going to take this knee, so the left is going to rest up on that right leg. It doesn't matter which one you're doing, right? We're going to do both sides anyway. So personally, I feel this side more. So obviously, this hip and glute is a little tighter than the other one. Super common. One more breath. All right, let's come up. Wow, take that leg off. Man, I felt that one. We're going to move back a little bit in our chair, and we're going to move into Cobra Pose. So what you want is the back of the chair to be right on the inside of that arm, okay? So you're gonna, I'm gonna lean back even further. You can actually lean back in the chair. We don't get to do that often, do we? And I'm gonna place my arms on the side of that chair, and then I'm just gonna wrap my arms back, my hands back behind and grab, okay? And then I'm gonna lift through my sternum. So I'm lifting up, I'm feeling openness happening through the chest, right? A little bit of openness in the belly. Just one more breath. Let's go ahead and release that. And we're going to do that one more time, okay? So I'm grabbing the back of that chair, really squeezing my arms back, right? Against the chairs. It gives me a little bit of leverage as I lift through the sternum. If you want to lift the gaze a little bit, that's okay too. One more breath, and let's release. That's good work. I know it's one of those that when you see somebody doing it, you think, well, there's nothing to that until you actually do it, and then you really feel what's happening through the chest and everything. So we're going to move to a seated camel, and we're going to place our hands on each side of the spine. You stay facing me. Just one hand on each side of the spine, right in the small of the back. And then I'm just going to push forward. So I'm pushing my hips forward. I'm lifting up through the sternum, and my gaze is going forward and up. Let's go ahead and release that. Take just a moment. And remember, if it feels better for you to use your fists instead of the palms of the hands, that's okay too. So let's do that one more time. This time I'll use the fist just to demonstrate that one. Push your hips forward, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, lifting your heart. One more breath here, and release. Very good. We're going to move into a little seated twisting segment. So I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to place it against the side of that opposite knee. I'm going to take my other hand and put it back here on the chair. Now I'm going to pull my shoulder back and I'm going to turn and I'm going to look over that shoulder. Just one more breath here. Let's go ahead and face forward, And let's do the other side, okay? So this hand is going to go on the outside of that knee. Opposite hand is going to come to the chair. Lift through the crown of the head, lengthening through the spine. Belly stays tight. Bring the shoulder back, then turn and look over that shoulder. One more breath here and release. Okay, very, very good. Now, you can keep doing that same version if you want, but if you want a little bit more, we're going to cross our legs as well. Okay, so I'm going to cross my right leg over my left. I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to place it on the outside of that knee. My opposite hand comes back to the chair. Lift through the crown of the head. Pull that right shoulder back, turn, and look over that shoulder. Now, if you want, you can press your hand against that knee and give yourself a little leverage here. Only if that feels okay for you. One more breath. Let's go ahead and face center, and let's do the other side. Remember the hand, so, my left leg is on top, so my right hand is the one that's going to come out. So it's just kind of the opposite. So, and this hand is going to be back on the chair. Let's pull that shoulder back. Let's turn, look over that shoulder, and then I'm pressing with my right hand into that leg just to give myself a little more twist. But again, that's only if that feels okay for you. One more breath here, and let's face forward. Good job. Okay, unravel those legs. Now, let's take that left leg and extend it out in front of us, toes to the ceiling. We're going to lengthen nice and long through the spine, hold on to the thighs, let the heart fall forward into that pigeon pose. So the key to this one, to getting the most out of this pose, is keeping the back flat and keeping the legs straight. All right, let's tuck our chin and roll up and do it one more time. Extend nice long through the spine. Keep the back flat. Let that heart fall forward. Feel that stretch. And up we go. Okay, let's do the other side. Extending that right leg long, toes to the ceiling. Lengthen through the spine. Let that heart fall forward. Tuck the chin and roll it up. And let's do that again. Lengthen and hinge. Tuck the chin and roll it out. Excellent work. I'm going to take my right ankle and I'm going to cross it over that left leg. So it's in front of the knee. You don't want it on the knee. Now, your other option for this one is just to cross ankle to ankle, if that feels better for you. Seated pigeon. Now, let's just hang out here for a few breaths and see how that feels. It could be all you need. And you're like, yeah, this is good for me. All right. Let's just take this knee and flutter it a little bit. Just moving that hip joint a little bit. Okay. Now, if you want to try it, you can lengthen through the spine and begin to let that heart fall forward. See how that feels. Again, the back stays flat. All right, let's go ahead and roll up. And let's move that hip joint a little bit again. And then we'll do that one more time. So you've got those two options. The final option is you're just pressing gently on that leg. So the leg is being pressed down as I am letting my heart fall forward. Again, it's just if it feels okay for you. Okay, let's all come up and unravel that. And then we're going to go to the other side. So remember, you've got the option of ankle to ankle if that feels better for you. I will tell you, though, you want to keep this foot out. So as you cross, you're going to get some stretch here. Because if you bring this foot in and cross, you're not going to feel anything, okay? So make sure this foot stays out. Let's cross ankle up on top of that thigh. And we're hanging out here first. We're just going to let our body kind of react to what we're asking it to do. Just a little stretch here for this side of the hip. Okay, let's just do a little flutter. Another version is where you lengthen through the spine and let the heart fall. You feel it? Okay, let's go ahead and come up and do another little flutter. And then the final version, if you want extending nice and long through the spine, letting the heart fall forward, and then just gently pressing on that leg. One more breath. All right, very good. Let's release. Okay, we're going to sit back in our chair. Hands are resting lightly on the thighs. Lift the palms up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes and breathe.
Fulfill the potential. Give yourself credit for how far you've come. Then challenge yourself to build on it. Life has not been perfect, yet you've successfully navigated your way to today. Now you can use your skills, intention, and persistence to move forward. Recognize that you've established some positive momentum. Consider what you can do to grow that momentum and put it to purposeful use. You have gained strength from everything you've been through. What good things can you now do to exercise that strength? Through your life experiences, you've earned wisdom and gained a unique perspective. You're better positioned than ever before to act with purpose, passion, effectiveness, and understanding. Your past has prepared you for the challenges of the future. Rise up, meet those challenges, and fulfill the potential that's been accumulating throughout your whole life.
Let's take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards the chest. Reach up with the hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Looking up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. Remember, click on that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.